Good morning everyone and welcome back to yet another video on the NA Garage YouTube channel, and today I'll be talking about the comparison between the MK2 Audi TT and the MK5 GTI, the 2006 forwards cars. I think the MK5 was introduced in 2005, I think, but let's not get into the stats, just the feel and the engine and the chassis that they're both built on and how they compare to each other drivability wise and feeling wise. So you're now going on to my hand. First of all, you can see the interior of this car. I mean, what more can you ask for than this? Like, I don't know, I just like the Audi interiors way more than the GTI. I'm not being biased here because I own the Audi TT, but I just think that this car is way more sports oriented than the MK5 GTI. Just remember that the GTI was built on the regular MK5 platform. I think they just changed the brakes and some other probably suspension components to make it sit a little bit lower and ride a little bit more stiff. But this is what I think a sports car, I mean an affordable sports car should be. I'm not clowning on the MK5 GTI. I think it still looks like a great car, especially the Edition 30s. I really like those, but I just think they could have gone for something a little bit different. Also, I don't like the interiors of the MK5 Golfs in general. I think they feel old, even though the car is basically the same year as this one. Yet this one feels like, I don't know, it's just 4 to 5 years old, except for the infotainment system. If we delete that, I think we got ourselves a winner here. So the MK5 GTI and the Audi TT are built on the same platform, but does that mean they drive the same? I think not, because I mean, I have been in a MK5 GTI before. I know how it feels when you drive in it, and it definitely doesn't feel as good as this in stock format, at least. So I feel like this one is way better, even though it costs a lot more. There's the traction control coming in a little bit. So even though the Audi TT costs a lot more than the MK5 Golf, I've just seen a MK5 Golf go yesterday for I think 7 or 7.5 thousand euros. And I think those cars, I mean, the engine is the same and the gearbox is the same, depending on which gearbox you go for. I have the 6-speed manual right here. If you go for the DSG, it's also fine. It just feels like a really solid gearbox. I like them, but I just wanted to go for a manual. So, well, the difference in price is obvious. Like, if you're buying this, if you're comparing these two cars and you're trying to decide what to buy, I mean, if it's in your budget, I'd recommend an Audi TT, but that's just your choice and what you do. But there's also, like, why would you pay 11 grand like I did, or 10 grand for a MK2 Audi TT that is basically the same as a Golf for 7 grand? Doesn't make sense. But when you start driving this car and putting it through the bends, I think you could understand why the Audi TT is much more, I mean, it just feels more solid. And most of the MK5 GTIs, to be fair, have been owned by teenage guys just like me, or girls, like, I don't care, but that just means they're way more fucked up. I mean, messed up. I'm sorry, I have to cut it out. They're way more messed up than, for example, this car with 182,000 kilometers You just don't get Mark 5 GTIs with this kind of mileage and this kind of record of service history, just because, you know, the Audi TT is not as popular, I guess, between in the young people community as this guy just stared at me really weirdly, as the Mark 5 GTI and especially Volkswagens and all of that are. So Jesus, there's a lot of people on walks today. They really annoy me for now. So yeah, there's just, I've been thinking about this a lot when I was buying my car as well, and I just came to a conclusion that the Audi TT, just in styling and everything, just looks so much better, to me at least, than the Mark 5 GTI. And not a lot of people have Audi TTs, for example, and there are a lot of Mark 5 and Mark 6, which this car gets the engine from as well, the Mark 6 GTI. And yeah, if you're buying a TT, buy a V6, please. I want to drive it. I have driven one. It's an amazing car. I really liked driving it, but it was just a little bit too out of my budget to buy. But yeah, an awesome car nevertheless. So yeah, I think this is going to be it for the comparison of the Mark 5 GTI and this Audi TT. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying the stuff I've been putting on the channel lately. I think it's been really nice seeing you guys enjoy the content. I love all of your comments on the videos, and I just like it when you like my content. So hit the like button down below and subscribe for more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.